G'day and welcome back to the breakdown. This week we're going to have a look at the teams sitting in 7th and 8th spot. First of all, let's turn our attention to the Titans and see what sort of style of attack they're playing that has got them into 8th spot. As we roll the footage, there's going to be a thing called effort that sets them apart from a lot of teams. Their structures, they've got them for sure, as you'll see here as they go across the post. Where they go here, where McQueen punches into here, just between the post and the 20-metre area is their favourite place to attack from when in good ball. As we roll the footage, one of the things you're not going to see is a lot of fluency, but you are going to see effort to help each other out, support each other and make plays. Get a run around play here, an offload. They're certainly prepared to promote the ball, but again, scrappy play. Lionel Messi, I like to call it. Again, watch them here. You'll see them recover. In most teams, or some teams, you'll see, as we pause it there, these guys who got themselves back in the play, they'll just be standing around here, milling around. Not the Titans. They work on every play. Roll the footage. They go to get back here. The other, Seb Taylor, him and McQueen have been fantastic on their edges. There's no doubt about that. Again, they look at threat both sides of the ruck. They shift it. There's that promotion of ball, but you're not sitting here going, wow, they look super threatening. They go down that short side on last play. Ash Taylor, this kid, this is the other thing they've got, is high level of execution in individuals. Watch this kick for a try. Goes to the line, sits it up. Hoffman does a great job of catching it. But again, we're going to run a theme here of not a lot of fluency. There is structure to their play, but it's effort. Nane McDonald, a real threat carrying the ball there. They punch into the middle of the park where they like to get. Remember that part of the field where they like to attack from? They're in their hot spot. As we get out here, certainly you know that Pete's will play out the front, but you'll see out the back here Ash Taylor. Roll the footage. Get snuffed down. You're not looking at this going, wow, they're really, really dangerous, are you? But have a look again. Everyone back behind the ball. Just as I pointed out before, no one being lazy. Roll the footage. This right side is developing some potency around Conrad Orell and McQueen, most definitely. Again, as we get the wider shot, not people punching onto the ball. Greg Bird playing some of his best football at the moment though, showing up. Last play. Oh, not great stuff, is it? But watch here, as we see there. Look, Jared Hayne made the effort to get himself back in the picture. Watch these guys as this footage rolls on, get back there and work for their teammates. And this next shot is the key shot of anything I can give you about the Titans. Not only is that a great catch by Don, but have a look. It's numbers in the frame. 1, 2, 3 Tigers players versus 4 Titans. That's what they do. They just get numbers in the frame. When you do that, inevitably, you get the result. What a great catch by Don. Don is good. Get some nice play, interchange of play here, and we're starting to get to this right side attack that has really started to put some points on. Conrad Orell, you know that he's the danger carrying the ball, so you've got to worry about him running over you or between you. Watch the skill execution from Conrad Orell here. Beautiful flick pass with the right hand, and again, over in the corner goes, the beneficiary is Don. Back to this right side. Out the back, Conrad Orell, that's what he can do, and he's certainly elevated his form since coming to the Titans from the Warriors. Again, going to this right side. Great carry there. I love this play here. Look at that. How can you not be convinced that he's going to pass to his left? That is the most convincing bit of cell work I've ever seen. Watch Conrad Orell out of dummy half here. Roll the footage. Again, McQueen knew he was going that way. Starting to get some really good combinations on that right side. If you're playing against the Titans, you've got to be aware. And Hayne ices the game there against the Titans. He brings X factor for this team. They're pretty happy cuddling up. Let's head out west now to the foot of the Blue Mountains and look at the Penrith Panthers and what style of footy they're playing at the moment. They probably play the least structured football in the competition, but they have a whole lot of potency in their ball carriers and they're willing to promote the ball. Have a look at some of the stuff they're doing. This first set for me describes perfectly what they do. Matt Moylan in the backfield has as much awareness and ability to clean up play as any fullback in the competition right now. I think he's in stunning form. Roll the footage. Gets up. Here's their next big Phillip coming. Again, gets up the field, beats a few players. This next guy, I'm telling you, he's doing so much for this team. Josh Mansour. Watch him on these early plays. Hits the line, quick play the ball, followed by Dallin, Watin, Jelezniak. Again, they're outside backs getting them down up the field. Who's next? Come on, Josh. Give someone else the ball, mate. Look at that. First 4 plays. Have a look at how they've got up the park here and what he's done for his teammates. I want you to pay attention to the West Tigers here. They're heading back. That's been on the back of Mansour, Jelezniak and Matt Moylan. This allows these two guys, these two young halves that are in fine form. As we pause it there, we just see that the connection between these two guys is perfect. There's no structure here. What they've got is a line heading backwards, and they know they've got potent ball carriers out here. As we roll the footage, Isaiah Yeo gets the ball with the defenders going backwards. You can't do that against a guy of that quality. Great try, great team try as well. Let's have a look now at what the Panthers are doing when they're in good ball, down in the other opposition's territory. Certainly willing to put plays on, but what you're not going to see here is a whole lot of structure. They're just willing to get on the front foot and play some football. Have a look. Early play, who is it? Josh Mansour. What about that for getting you on the front foot? Fights to play the ball quickly. And as we roll forward, Trent Merrin is in stunning form at the moment, and he'll get them to the middle of the park. I've got to say, as we pause the footage there, these two guys have been the rock of their team. Merrin and Peter Wallace. Wallace, for mine, is the second best hooker in the competition at the moment. If during this footage you pay attention to him looking around and organising things around him, I tell you what, his service is equal to Cameron Smith's as well. Roll the footage. Beautiful ball out of dummy half, and as we pause there, Leilani Latu, we've seen him dummy and score. We've seen him hit the guy out the front or out the back. What's he going to do on this play? Plays out the front, great try. He's done that on several occasions this year. Peter Wallace, as we see, beautiful ball here. Have we mentioned Cleary? Nathan Cleary, again, another young player in stunning form. I've got to say, his halves partner here, I really thought Cartwright had gone to 6 far too early and was a back rower. All game, they'd come up on the outside of Cleary. He's shown the maturity of a player that's played 200 games here. He recognises it, plays underneath. You can't give a kid like Bryce Cartwright that sort of space. Telescopic arm, try time. Pete Wallace again. Nice service out of dummy half, and as we pause it here, have a look. You've got this guy Cartwright with players moving around him. Very hard to make decisions, but look at the diffraction nature of this defensive line. Is he going to play it to the outside, to the inside? Roll the footage. Again, Fisher Harris, the beneficiary of some really good play between the halves and Cartwright. Merrin, I've mentioned. I just thought I'd re-mention him. He has been in absolutely great form, great footwork and fight in the tackle. Peter Wallace here again. Is he going to play out the front? You know he will. Or out the back? Let's have a look. Hits Cartwright. Beautiful ball out in front. Watch this, how Matt Moylan sits under the defender here. Doesn't allow him to go out, so is he going to play short or long to the winger? As we roll the footage, sits under beautifully. Puts Hardacre in for his first try in the NRL. And for me, again, we see Leilani Latu offload. This team is prepared to promote the ball. Matty Moylan dives over for a try. Here we go, and they can hurt you from anywhere. He wanted a 20-metre restart. You can't have it, but give the ball to Dallin, Watin, Jelezniak. I spoke about how important their outside backs. Lovely dummy. What about this pass? And Wanga Blake is the beneficiary. Roll the footage. This is a team that you'd be frightened of playing against if you're in the semi-finals. They are a genuine threat.